So ulikuwa unapatiwa pocket money ya how much?
10 bob. I remember there was a time I was taken to school and my dad
Hata hajafikiria.
Hata hajafikiria 10 bob.
It used to be
No, wait, that one is at the beginning of the school term ama hiyo siku moja ukienda home unapatiwa 10 bob. Welcome to Beyond the Pulpit podcast where faith meets real life. I'm your host Trisian, and now today we have a very special guest. But before we get to that, as you can see, last week tulikuwa na t-shirts za black. This time tuko na t-shirt ni ya white. T-shirt ni ya white, you know, courtesy of our very able producer. So karibuni sana. As we told you, if you want to get your hands on the t-shirts, just text us on Instagram. We will see that DM and tutakushughulikia vilivyo. We've seen that our Instagram videos and you're following us, so do not forget to share our pages. Subscribe on our YouTube channel at BTP Kenya, TikTok at BTP Kenya, Instagram at Beyond the Pulpit _Kenya, and also on my individual Instagram page at njoki._nyambura na Larry atasema yake. Follow us, engage with us, ndo utakuwa unaona vitu kama behind the scenes, utakuwa unaona who the guest is before we get to release the videos. So thank you so much for the amazing feedback we've been getting on the guests. Some people are telling us that you're getting to learn a lot. Thank you for the engagement. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the love. And I hope you're going to continue with us in this journey. Yes. So, Larry, habari yako?
Mzuri sana.
Nasikia nimekumiss.
Tami nimekumiss sana.
Tujashoot in a while.
The last time nilikuona ni last week,
the other week on Saturday.
Nimekuwa aje hata?
Mimi nimekuwa fiti. It's been 2 weeks ama 1 week.
Relative.
It's been 1 week. It's been great. Life is going amazing.
Your t-shirt ni smart.
Ni kali?
Ni kali.
Nakushow. Mwenye anafanya branding anafanya kazi safi. Na mwenye anazileta on set. Anazileta on set anafanya kazi safi.
Naambia wewe, vaa your shirt.
Ni mingi. There is more to come. Many colors. And you, our viewers, can also get your hand on them by just texting us on our Instagram page and telling us your size. And tutakwambia bei. Tutaanza kurelease price list soon. Ndio hata nyinyi mkwe mnavaa match zetu.
Tuna reply DMs.
We are replying to our DMs. Tuko na social media manager.
You to see inbox for prizes. Prize ziko hapo.
Zitakuwa. No, we are not doing that business. It's 2024.
Yeah.
We cannot do that business. Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm very, very, very excited for today's show. Our guest today is someone that we've been seeing. For the people who we worship with in the same church, it's a person that we all know, but perhaps you do not know him. Unajua kuna kujua mtu, alafu kuna kujua mtu. You just know him by seeing him because he's been on the pulpit.
Yes.
He's served us for a while. You know him as Baba Grace. Baba Karo, Gukaya Galen. He's an usher. He was once the chairman of the ushering team. So tunamjua.
Yeah.
But now we want to get to know him. Want to get to know
ujuzi, si ujuaji sasa.
Ujuzi. Now by the time we are finishing this show, we want to know who Gikonyo is, his upbringing, his career, his salvation, because this podcast is focusing on people who have been in the service of God and in the ministry and have served God for a while.
Yeah.
So I know most of them have been standing on the pulpits and we don't get to know them. Tunamjua tu kama servant of God. Hatujui life yake, hatujui struggles zenye amepitia, successes zake. And that is the aim of our show, to get to know these people in a deeper level. So our guest today, ninajua nimehint jina yake, we have nimuintroduce ka Deacon. We have tunamjua kama Deacon Gikonyo. But we have Gikonyo. Some people call him chairman, kuna watu wanamuita dad. But now I want him to introduce himself and tell us a little majina tu kama uko na titles, utushow, and then we will get into his story. Karibu sana. Gikonyo, acha nisikuite Deacon.
Yes.
Deacon kidogo tumeiacha nje, but karibu sana.
Thank you very much.
It's an honor to have you here.
Yes.
I'm also excited to get to know your story because, as I said, tunakujua tu.
Yes.
But it is very important to get to know people where they've come from. So karibu sana to our show. You may now introduce yourself.
Thank you so much. I would like to say I'm more than excited. Rizian said she is excited.
Very.
But I'm more than excited, actually. And I would like, first of all, before I mention my name, I would like to say that the mind behind behind the pulpit was a genius one. I would like to say that. I've said that severally, but it's important I mention this, even at this very time. Because actually when I was among the people who were advantaged to watch the first production. And it was so exciting.
Yeah.
I could not actually stop watching it, and I watched it even again. And even today in the morning, I still did.
Nice.
And even subsequent,
nice.
those production that followed, I have been watching and following.
Thank you so much.
I'm also honored to be among the first few people.
Yes.
to be on
Among
the
our
set.
first guests.
I cannot
We
take
had
it.
to.
Yes.
We had to, yeah.
I cannot take it for granted. Thank you very much for the invite.
Karibu.
And I'm ready actually to share. You know, sharing, you help somebody somewhere. You mention something somebody did not know and get some help in life.
Yeah.
And it's very important. So to mention, yes, you are right. My name is Gikonyo. That's my nuclear family surname. But my larger family surname is Mwaniki. Then when I was born, I was baptized as Joseph. So my name is incorporated Joseph Gikonyo, son of Mwaniki. And that's about my name. That's how I am. Those are my names.
Okay.
Yes.
sijaisikia mtu ame-explain jina yake venye surname kwenye ilitoka kwenye middle name.
Jina yake na baptism. It's interesting, right? So I know you as Baba Grace.
Yes.
How many kids do you have?
I have 2 kids. Happy to have all girls. I'm blessed with moms on
Baba
both
girls.
sides.
Baba
I have
girls.
my mom, Wageshi. That is Grace Wageshi. Carol Wageshi. And then I have Wagari, who is now known as Grace. They are all serving in the church. They are big people now. We started serving with them when actually in the ushery department, when I could tell them, your ushers wear this badge. And they grew into it. And they this the importance of serving God in any level where you are in the church.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Najua Grace atakuwa very excited kuona buda yake. So Grace,
Eh.
I hope utatumia mabeshte wako hii video. You have to, because it's your dad. Brag about him any chance you get. So yeah, karibu sana. You also have a grandson. You've not told these viewers that you have a grandson.
Exactly. Is that
A young man already ameitwa
bana.
Guka. Young
Exactly.
man. Gen Z.
Yeah, I'm happy. Because when I get home, he's the one, he doesn't have the muscles to open the gate. But when he hears the hooting at the gate, he's the first person to run the gate and confirm to every other person, Guka amekuja. And then when you even enter the house, actually it's like the rest haven't seen you. So it says, Gracie, Guka amekuja. Guka ona Guka amekuja. That actually gives you a bubble of joy, actually, that comes from right from
that is
inside.
so cute.
So even to be given a title of Guka, I don't just take it for granted.
Yeah.
She's a gentleman. She's a boy, bouncing baby boy of my firstborn daughter, Carol Wageshi Gikonyo, and I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And to be honest, I think Galen is one of the sweetest little boys I've ever
Kaceleb,
met.
kachurch.
Wa church,
Hakuna mtu church
ajui
amjui.
Galen? Nani ajui Galen? Anabebangwa na I think kila mtu. And it's an honor. I think Karo is doing Karo is doing an amazing job raising a king in this generation, because I know he's going to go very, very fine. Even having Gikonyo as your grandfather, I mean, you see title ndogo, it's you see title,
Grandfather Gen Z.
grandfather Gen Z, nakusho amechanuka. So let's start from the beginning
Yes.
of your upbringing,
Yes.
where you grew up, your family setup. You've mentioned your mom,
Yes.
that she's alive.
Yes.
You've mentioned, no, let's get to your family, your siblings.
Yes.
And then now we get to, we'll talk a little bit about how you met your wife. I hope you're willing to tell us a little about that.
Yes, I will.
And then now your kids and all of that. So take us back to where it started. Where has Joseph Mwaniki Gikonyo grown up?
Thank you very much. I was born those many years ago. So I don't know the life of Gen Z, although I was Gen Z by those years
Yeah.
when I was a Gen Z.
Gen Z at heart.
At
Nakwambia
heart.
Gen Z ni
Gen Z
title.
at heart.
You're a
Yes.
Gen Z at heart.
Yes.
Yes.
But I was born in those early years of 1970. In fact, my ID cards read 20th of December 1971.
Karibu tu zaliwe na Yesu.
Exactly.
Okay.
But
Karibu tu.
it's like I celebrate my birthday with Jesus, which actually, yes, I would like to mention and say, my early life evokes some, emotions, because I grew actually as any other normal rural kid, whereby you could go to pray in the field, pray if whatever is available. The balls that you used actually to make with nylon papers, you remember them? Anything that is boiling. I remember there was a time we could even, when my mom brings oranges or my grandmom bring oranges, we could hide one, and when we don't have a bowl around, we could go and play
No.
with it. And that one actually,
Machungwa.
yeah, exactly. You know, like what used to happen, that's where we come from. In almost every homestead, there's an orange tree.
Yeah.
And so sometimes even passing through some homestead, correcting an orange, actually that is not a sin, just correct. And when even the owner sees you correcting, say, yeah, don't just take one, take two.
Really?
Yeah.
Uko ni wapi? Na I think naweza taka kuhamia huko.
Yeah,
Ama
I do.
zilikatwa.
Yeah, they're still there.
Oh,
They're
okay.
still there.
Okay.
But as the population grows, actually, and people want to do more farming, they have reduced, not like the way they are when they were growing up. So I grew in a place whereby those slopes of Mount Kenya, a place called Enyeri.
Watu wa Murima.
Exactly. Exactly.
Watu wa
Mlima.
Murima.
Thank you.
Watu wa
Mimi ni
Murima.
mtu wa mlima.
Haitaguzwa.
Waguze kila kitu.
Lakini wasiguze Murima.
Wasiguze Murima.
That's good to hear. Thank you very much. But now, actually, even when I'm voting, I vote in Kiambu side because I relocated to this place, what is usually called the rural urban migration,
Yeah.
where I was coming to seek for greater pastures. And when I was growing up as a small child, we used to do the usual menial job that children usually do. There never used to be piped water. So duties and chores used to be distributed amongst us. I remember, without forgetting, that I was born amongst 10 children.
1, 2,
Yeah,
3.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm
10.
number 6, so to mention. Yes, I'm number 6. And below me, there are 5 more. There are 5 more. Yeah. Below me, there are 4 more. Yeah, below me, there are 4 more. Yes.
One mom.
Yeah, exactly. One mom and
it's
one
not
dad.
okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
It's good to confirm that. They were strong by those times. And then by that time, I could remember when actually I came to little realization at that age, is when you could get, my mom was strong. He could go to the river because there never used to be piped water. We used to be at the middle of, the 2 rivers. In fact, I usually tell people I grew in Euphrates because actually it means between 2 rivers, in the Bible, where there was River Euphrates and Tigris. So in between is where actually I grew. There was a river Kagumo, for those who know it, and then there was a river Gashima, a stream.
Okay.
But it's a stream that never dried up. So I could be sent with a small jerrycan, joining my elder brothers and sisters to join them, actually, being taught how the life will be harder by that time. Carrying the small jerrycan of 1 liter, I could be so heavy. It was so heavy in my hand.
Yeah, when you're young, of
Wow.
course.
When you're 3 years, 1 liter.
At 3 years.
Yes.
Kama
yes.
garland sasa.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. There was no chance of being left behind. When the rest are going to the shaba, you have a small panga to be taught. Even if you're going to cut the beans which are there, you're being taught how life is going to be. So I grew up, and I would say, by the rating of that side, life is a normal life that used to be. It's normal life, the way it was by the standard of that time. It was a good life. And also experience of the rural life and the way the setup used to be, it used to be a good one. And then by that time when we were growing up, I remember I tried to go to nursery school, pre-unit. There never used to be pre-unit by that time.
Really?
You could go, actually, when I got, actually, it was 5 years. I tried to follow my sister, who was now 2 years older than me, and trying to go to the nursery school. Then I was told, Rudy.
Urudi nyuma?
Exactly, to stay at home. But it was exciting, actually, to see my sister come with the mat booklet, small booklet that used to be the I don't know what, the A4 size, is it A3? The small books, textbooks,
A5.
writing books.
I think in A5.
Exactly.
And
then, for that time, it will be torn by 2, divide by 2. Yes.
Kama za hosi?
Exactly.
Kama zile za hospitali?
Exactly. We used to run those before, and that is when you have already learned how to write. Because by that time, we have something called the slate. And that's why you can hear the saying says that we are writing on a clean slate. So those slate, I experienced them myself. There used to be boards that used to be distributed by Kenya School Equipment Scheme. So you get a chalk. What you used to go with was now the duster. The duster that used to come now from the old blanket. No, this is not dusters that you're seeing.
Zile blanketi za tene, zile
Yes.
mzito.
So when you get mom and tell you are told to go with dusters, could go get maybe a little mattress, cut a little bit and give it to you, put it simply in your bag. You could go with it. You could not be given a slate and a chalk if you did not have a duster. I remember those who were not, people are created differently. They're slow learners.
Yeah.
There are those who could be told, okay, hujafika boga now to write on the slate. So you write on the dust. Our school, they are never, to be
Kwa floor.
Yes, write 1, 2, 3.
Na teacher na makaje.
Exactly.
Ama
Just
kwa
come,
na
yeah,
mark.
come. By that time, I don't know, it's God who created like that. When you tell a child 3 years or 4 years to write, even if you write 3 the other way, like that way, or like this, and teacher could actually mark and say you're progressing.
Uko sawa.
You could write 4 the other way around, and teacher could say yes. You could write 9 like 6. Teacher could understand. Wow. So I wrote on slate, and I thank God. Actually, he gave me a quick planning mind that within the first week I was given a slate now to write on.
Wow.
After that slate, it took about another week. I was given a booklet, which was very, very exciting.
Exciting, I can imagine.
Yes.
I can imagine.
So, without forgetting, I did not go to a nursery school. And I remember a short story. I just, one day, 1977, I was told to go to, my mom just told me, follow your brothers and sisters. And so I followed.
That's how you got into school?
Exactly. That's why I got to school.
Hakukuwa na stories za
No
you have to be
preparation.
admitted,
No, nothing.
kuja na mzazi. None of
No,
that.
nothing. In fact, we used to go, follow, and then your elder brother, who was by that one in standard 6. I remember his name. It's okay, may he rest in peace. Simon Washira. He's the one who told me. No, it's Zachary Mwangi, the second born. He's the one who told me ingia kule. So that was class 1, and I remember it was class 1B. It was a wooden kind of a class.
Classroom.
Yes, could look around and see, the ants, the motoa,
Wow.
which were but we were comfortable. We were cohabiting. We were living together with them.
Okay.
And it's where you could see, to some extent, you see the other class through the gaps in the wood. You could also hear what the other teacher in the other class is teaching.
Wow.
So my teacher used to be louder.
They have to. Ni competition sasa.
Exactly.
Ni competition.
Yeah. But we moved on and we did well. So I did not go to preschool. I did not go to nursery school. But I went direct to start. Before I pause a little bit, I would like to say the first day that I went, I remember there was the teacher was not there. But I was just go sit down there. I was given
Interact
a small
with the
desk,
rest. Yeah.
which I remember even up to date. And I was a small boy, short, my teacher. So I was given the front position.
Yeah.
It helped me because I had to concentrate. I don't have a choice. Because when actually you have divided attention and the teacher is front there, you could be punished for failing to be attentive. So I sat in front and I became so attentive, and that added actually to my school life. So to say, when I went the first day, I remember the teacher came. And because we were making a lot of noise, our class teacher was not in. So the teacher of the next class is the one who came so that we may be silent.
Yeah.
Give us a homework. Today is after some time I came to remember, he said 1 + 1 equals, he told us, Jaza,
Day
fill
one.
the answers. Yeah, day 1.
Day one umefika shule ujaingia shule.
Exactly.
Umeshapatiwa homework.
Exactly. We were
What?
given homework. And then he told me, fill the answers. Jaza. He talked in Kikuyu dialect. Ekera yaja. Those will understand. It meant fill up the answers. And so he did it very fast, so we may go now back to his class, which was 1A. Now, I did not know what to do. So my classmate, there was a girl, small girl, called, she was called Gladys. And so I told her, what has it? Mwalimu amesema nini? Zihari nitakujazia. Yes.
Yeah.
And so, like for her, she had already gone to nursery school.
Yeah.
She did hers very fast. And then she did mine. And when the teacher now came to mark, I got everything. 10 out of 10.
Wow.
Which I did not know what it meant, but it
Smart
was written
man.
in red. And it was written good. To me, it did not even. When I took it home, so after, because we never used to go in the afternoon, you just go up to 12. You sing a song that we are going to meet our mom home, we are going for lunch, we meet, Marimu Kwaheri, those songs.
Yeah.
So we went, and when I gave the paper to my brother who received it, and I asked, Mulisoma nini leo? Yes. Yeah. I removed my small book, I gave. And they all opened the mouth. I thought, what have I done wrong? And so they akasema, this is a genius. Amepata zote siku ya kwanza na hajawahi kusoma. So from then, it encouraged me that reading, you can be appreciated.
You didn't tell them the truth. You didn't tell them ni Gladys alinijezea.
I told them later. I told them later.
Okay.
After many days. Yes, of course. But I came to a time after now to 1 month, 2 months, I was able to do my homework. And I could handle it properly.
Okay.
Yes.
You see, many times we hear of our parents talking about transitioning into class 1. Mlikuwa mna
Yes.
ulifanyiwa hivyo ama hiyo ilikuanga watu wana transition from nursery to class 1?
It's my deputy headmaster who I met at the gate. And so to say, the first day, we were late to get to school. And people used to get punished.
Really?
So, but I loved the deputy teacher by that time. I did not know even why are people getting punished for coming to school. I couldn't understand. So I stood next to my brother who was taller than me, so I was getting up to the
knees.
Yes, I could look at around people like me, I could not see through. And I remember the teacher talking in a Kikuyu dialect and said, dare you come late tomorrow, and you see what will happen. Today you are forgiven.
Wow, because it's your first day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I was on the class. Then the deputy headmaster came now to try to show us how to do. And now that's what you mentioned about taking your arm. My arm was still very short. So it got to us somewhere like here. It did not cover the whole. But, exactly. But it was understood. The class did not have a lot of students, I remember. But they came later after that. Because I remember my class, we had about 58 students. Yes, I even remember in the register the first 3 people, because it used to be, the calling of the roll call.
Yes.
To know who has come
Attendance,
to school.
yeah.
And that box used to be divided into 2.
Yeah.
For the morning and the evening.
Yes.
So if you came in the morning, there's a katik. If you don't come in the afternoon,
Yeah,
the next.
X.
I could explain for that.
Yeah.
That's the way it was.
Okay,
Yeah,
interesting. So did you attend one school?
Yes.
Kutoka sinajua systems ni different. Because watu wanasomadi, okay, now it's the CBC, so it's up to grade 7. Inakwanga grade 7 and then you go to junior high. I've still not understood this system vizuri. But come on. Si tulisomadi class 8. So back then mlikuwa mnasomadi class 7.
But I was caught up by, I repeated so that my sister will get the position in standard 7.
Oh.
So I was caught up.
Wait, what?
Yes. We were, first to answer your question, we could go, I attended one school. That's Kiawaidaje Primary School.
Kiawaidaje.
Exactly, it's still there.
Yeah.
It's a Catholic-sponsored school. It was called Kiawaidaje CCM, Catholic Mission. Yeah. So it was actually CCM, Catholic Mission kind of thing. So it was sponsored by the Catholic Church. It's still there. Even that area is called. Waidaje was a chief.
Oh.
So the name was called after the chief.
In honor, yeah.
So I would like to say the one who called the area that immortalized the name of the chief, which was a very good thing. It was a favor, actually. Waidaje. Waidaje. You can remember Waidaje. Then you say Waidaje. Waidaje means it belongs to Waidaje. Exactly, in a clear interpretation.
Yeah.
So we went all through to, it's not bad to say, when I got now to standard 2, my mind started opening up. When I was in standard 3, I was given a gift for becoming number 2.
Wow.
Yes, and it was very, very exciting. And I was given 2 pencils, some books, and there was a sweet to add on that. To get a sweet by that.
Those are very exciting gifts. You never forget such gifts. Hata mimi sasa wazangu za primary school.
I know how much a sweet was costing?
No, 50. With
a 10 cent.
Yeah.
You could get 6 patkos. The white one.
Patkos is okay.
It's a white. It's a white. You could get 6 of them with a 10 cent. So when somebody gives you the 5 cent, you have 3 of them.
Wow.
So getting 2, in fact a 10 cent, could actually reward 6 students. So I think teacher used to, but it was variable. A 10 cent because
mnapatiwa moja moja.
So mnapatiwa moja moja. When you're number 1, you're given 3. Number 2, you're given 2. Number 3, you're given 1. Of course, with the pencil that used to be supplied by the school scheme, education scheme.
Yeah.
And of course, and now you could get a book.
That's interesting.
Then by that time, I went ahead and I was given made the class monitor.
Wow.
While in Saturday 3, and my life started getting better.
Yeah.
Because now no sweeping.
No sweeping.
Of course.
By the way, prefects walikuwa wanakuwa
We.
spared kwa duties mingi sana. And I think that's unfair.
It's fair.
Exactly.
It's
You couldn't
fair.
be sent to.
Fair.
Remember the,
Exactly.
the episode we did about leadership? It's very fair.
Yes.
Get the rest to do the work for you and then get the credit. Because I
Yo.
remember, because I remember, for example, I don't know if it used to happen at Kiawaidhanje, mulikuwa na competitions za class. Which class is the cleanest? Did you have that?
It never used to be like that. But what they used to do is the way, what do you call it? The grooming. You yourself could compete who is now neater.
Okay.
Than the other one. But actually not the class, because actually they used to be at the same level.
Okay.
We were sweeping and coming with the ashes.
Ashes?
Yes. It used never to be the concrete. Sound like
Ashes.
But that's
Mnamwaga ndo ina.
yeah. Yes.
Hey.
So it used to be, the wood actually started from down, but there used to be a course of stone, one layer,
Yeah.
which
Foundation
actually
at
mounted foundation, but actually inside the class it's just dust.
Yeah.
So it could be told, kesho, mkuje na jivu,
From home.
na maji. Yes.
You carry ashes from home, not even from the school.
Not even from a school. We used to
Come on.
with that.
Wow.
So when you talk about,
Interesting.
it's not fair.
Uh,
It was a norm by that time. It was a norm. It was actually the life the way it used to be. So by that time, sigebeba maji, sigebeba jifu, and then to some extent I could be told by the class teacher, go and check, ni nani hajaleta maji. Then by that time, I think the leadership started from that position.
yeah.
Maji yako iko wapi? Taleta kesho. Was trembling a little bit. That's the way it used to be, and it used to be a good life.
You said when you joining class 1 you were now you were a very small boy. Hii time ukifika class 3
Yes.
mwili ilikuwa imeanza kupata tunyama ama bado you were a very
No, but still with
a small boy. So now I'm
Yeah.
imagining you're still a very small boy.
Yes.
And the rest, your classmates, were they big?
Not all.
Not all.
Not
I know
all.
you're in position of leadership. Were they not bullying you
Actually, they felt intimidated,
by a small boy?
but
Yes.
authority.
Yeah.
Authority has a meaning. When you say nitaenda kuambia mwalimu, ulitusi.
Wanatingika kidogo.
Exactly, of course.
Nikikohoa unaitika.
Exactly.
Mi ni mdogo lakini
Authority,
lazima.
yeah. Yes.
Wewe huku upanda milima ukavuka mto tunaambiwangwa hizo
Lucky enough,
Ya kutembea nilitembea
Eh,
11 kilometers
to
miguu
school.
tupu. You know.
I went 1.5 kilometers from home, and that's what I did. Even my day one, nobody carried you. So, but lucky enough, it was actually not a hilly place. It was a terrain that could walk. No really climbing hills or going down. Yeah, that's the way my place. It was like a plateau, and so walking. In fact, I remember even when people used to go, no carrying food, so you go home to eat.
You have to go back home.
Exactly, and you are given 1.5 hours for lunch.
oh, that's why you have a register ya asubuhi na
Ex-
afternoon
Exactly.
Oh, I thought akisema ya afternoon ni wenye wanarudi home, like in case someone has sneaked out. Kumbe ni when you come back.
When you come in the afternoon.
No.
Yes, and people used to be so disciplined.
You have to go and come
Yeah,
back.
exactly. Now, the most the
Crazy.
thing that used to be there
Yeah.
is that the teachers used to be your relatives, they used to be your neighbors. So if you fail to go to school, wanapitia nyumbani wanauliza
Wanajua.
mzazi. Gikonyo alikuja huku, hakuja shule. And that used to be a fight now for the teacher and also for my dad.
Ndio maana
So-
watu walikuwa nasema kitambo
so-
mtoto alikuwa wa community because
Yeah.
you will have to know.
Yeah.
You'll have to know. Interesting. So mlienda all your siblings, you said you were 10.
Yes.
Did all of you attend the same Kiawaidhanje school?
Exactly.
All of you?
All of us.
How
All
was
of us.
that?
It was exciting.
Asubuhi mnaamka nyinyi wote.
Tunamka sisi wote. My elder brother now warms the water. And there used to be a basin that used to be made of steel.
Yeah.
So it's not with sufurias. Just put it on the fireplace. It warms up. Then you go to
Tunaambiwa anakuja na
actually clean
chota.
your face. No.
Eh.
You just be there, clean your face. I remember there was a time that
Clean your face, not bad.
no, the body. Where? I remember Pastor Joel talking about that. Sunday is the only day, and because it was mandatory.
Sunday.
Exactly. You shower the whole body by that time.
No way.
Unaweza kuta hiyo Sunday ni vita bado
Na ni vita bado kuambiwa uende
Uoge.
Unashindwa.
Yes. So, yeah. So what we could do, we could get actually, I'm short, and also a small one. So the rest, even when they are bedding, they are to a certain level.
Yeah.
So you're entering down here when
go
they are
to
bedding,
up.
they are pouring water on your head. So you're forced to now to shower your head by default.
What do you mean? Mlikonoga Sunday peke yake? Why?
It used to be like that. Yeah, and it used to be, actually, it used to be the norm, it would be the tradition. Yeah.
Boys and girls.
And Sunday,
Both
in
genders.
fact, I could relate when there was a time that pastor preached about that, I think about a Sunday or two ago. And he mentioned that Sunday used to be the day that you take a shower, a proper shower.
So
And
this is something that is not applying only to Gikonyo. It was something
Hata
like
hiyo Sunday,
kitambo.
hata hiyo kwenda ulikuwa na dread Sunday isifike.
Ndio
Usioge.
usioge.
Eh.
yes.
I think I need to sit down with my mom because
That's how it
what
used to be.
I need
Yes.
to sit down with her.
Yes. But actually, those who grew near the urban places actually used to have the life like the way we are having with the presently.
Yeah.
They could actually, after playing in the field, they could go take shower. And if we are going even to visit my relatives who lived near town, because
You had to shower after
Exactly.
playing.
yes,
Huwezi ingia kwa kitanda ya auntie na miguu imejaa vumbi.
exactly, you couldn't.
Wow.
Yes, and so I avoided actually doing that. So we could, with that warm water and everything. Now, lucky enough, from the place we were, Kagumo Teachers College used to be near us, and we could use their program there. Could know when the first one rings, it's already 7. When the next one will ring, it's 7:15. And now when the other one will ring was 7:30, we were supposed to report by 7:30. So waking up was some minutes before 7. Prepare yourself, of course, no brushing, no doing anything. You quickly take your tea, which was sugar-red by that time, but a lot of milk because we used to have cows.
Cows, yeah.
Yes,
Did you learn how to milk?
at a very early age.
So you still have those skills till
Those
date.
yeah.
Ni guka.
Guka.
Lazima.
Nani atafunza galen?
Skills lazima
Eh,
zikwe
lazima.
passed on.
The first one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Eh.
So you wake up milk ama you guys weren't doing that.
No, about milking
Mnalisha
now to be
ng'ombe.
done by my mom,
Okay.
who were living at home. By that time, my dad was working in Mombasa, where we could visit once in a while. And I furnished a little bit of Kiswahili. So I remember he used to live at a place called Mpeketoni.
Tony.
Then Kebeni was a place he used to also live because he used to work with fisheries. At a certain place he used to work with Kenya Ferry. So sometimes you could go there, enjoy life a little bit when you grow. I remember I went, quite several before now he left the place. Yes.
So you guys used to visit during the holidays and all of that.
Exactly, but not everybody. It's just the 3 of us. That is the one who was younger than me, me and my sister, my elder sister, who was when he was about 6 years before joining the school.
Why not all of you? It's
It
the
was a
transport
cost.
transport
Yeah, transport was a
kidogo.
cost. Yes.
Okay.
You know, by that time is when I used the train for the first time.
Train.
Yeah, I used a bus. By that time, there used to be buses called Jogo Kemakia. Yes.
What?
Jogo Kemakia bus
Jogo
service.
Kemaki. Okay.
It used to be like Kenya bus.
Oh, okay.
Then you bolt from Nyeri. Then come to Nairobi. By that time, charges used to be less. I think about 10 bob or something.
From Nyeri to Nairobi 10 bob.
Exactly.
We should go back to such economy.
In fact, when I came now, when I'm talking to you about the rule of urban migration, when I started earning some little money, I paid 40 bob in a Nissan to go back to Nyeri to visit. And then with the Nyayo bus, we could pay 20 bob. That used to be good.
Life was good.
Yes.
What do you mean? What's this we
Life
are
was
paying
good.
now?
Life was good.
Relax,
But
Gen
I'm
Z.
relating so much. Najua hata
We kwenda sasa. Relating to
venye
what?
amesema kuhusu they used to follow that hiyo amesema Kagumo or something.
Yeah, Kagumo
Hata
College.
sisi nikigrow kulikuwa na Catholic Church.
Okay.
Bell ina ring 6, 12 noon na 6 jioni. So nimepata tu memories. Alafu pia my mom used to work in Mombasa.
Oh, okay.
So, pia nilikuwa
So
naendanga
you
huko.
guys kind of have something
Like,
in
maybe
common.
sini brothers.
Ama-
Najua tuko same age.
Mnafaa kuangalia same age. That's a
Yeah.
stretch. That's a stretch. But
Gen
maybe
Z.
like
Yes.
we kwenda. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I
Yes.
think personally also studied with my brother kidogo too, so it was good to know that I have someone else in the school.
Yes.
Anaweza kuja ani protect kidogo nikichokozwa kwa class. I think that was among the best memories I have of studying with my brother. Unajua naweza kimbia class flani ako class 8 and his friends could also protect me.
Yes.
So it's interesting. I only have one sibling, but I can imagine now having all of
whole
you
lot.
in the school. That sounds fun. Alafu times za hiyo time na saizi kidogo ni different.
Yes.
So now you said you did primary school 7 years. And I can imagine that you performed well.
I performed very well.
Yeah.
To be very honest, even when I was actually going to start at 7, I was number 3
In the school.
in the school. But I was told I need to give a space, a seat to my sister who had done a start at 7.
The year
Did not
before.
manage very well. The year before did not manage very well. So I was told you must go back to start at the 6. That is back 1983, 1982. So 83 I came back now again to start at the 6 so that my sister could get a seat so that she can repeat.
Oh, that's interesting. Why
So-
would
so,
it,
yeah.
the classes were small, or why wouldn't you both be in the same class?
I don't know what used to be. Even today I don't understand. But sometimes it could be. There's no space inside the 7. So for you to give a space, somebody had to sacrifice.
Na hiyo
Sometimes
time
it-
hakukuwa na stories za kama za kutransfer.
No, nothing like transfer.
Okay.
And they also used to augur well when you are repeating in the same school where you are. Because even the teachers will understand why you did not perform. They could take what we call the personal coaching, train you better, know what you did not perform better. So that's what happened. So in 1984, I went now to start at the 7.
Niko na swali.
Yeah, uliza.
Hukusikia vibaya ukirudi class?
I was very
And it's not
comfortable.
like you are a poor student, sio ati huku unashika vitu.
In fact, by that time, you could not even figure it out that you're wasting a whole year. It could be wacha nirudi to my teacher.
No funny thing, hata mimi nilirepeat.
Same, I'm
Hata
also a
mi- hata mi
repeater.
ninasema tu aya,
Yes.
like
I also repeated class 7. Ilikuwa class 7? No, class 6. I also repeated class 6. Juu nakumbuka at that time I was studying in Thika, and then now we had my mom at that time alikuwa na work in a different country.
Okay.
So alikuwa anatafuta, she was working in Tanzania.
Yeah.
So she was looking for a school that is near Tanzania, that is still a Kenyan system.
Yes.
And the school we found was a Catholic sponsored school. But it was a very new school, so they didn't have class 7.
Yes.
So I had to go back to class 6. Yeah.
Okay.
And it felt so bad because I can imagine I was not a poor student. I was not smart, but I wasn't poor. I wasn't sikuwa napata 180. I was doing fairly okay, but at the same time it was to an advantage because I don't think ningefanya class 8 ile mwaka ningefanya bila kurepeat. I don't think I would have gotten the marks I did. Yeah, so it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
so ulikam Nairobi kusoma. Mimi kam Nairobi tu kusoma
Nini yo?
Umekam Nairobi kusoma.
Mimi nilikuja Nairobi kusoma.
Damn.
I mean, nilikuja Nairobi kusoma, so I can imagine how you felt.
All right.
But you're saying you did not feel it, so that's interesting. It's interesting. I don't think I'd wish anyone to repeat a class.
That's why the brother of Jesus says, count as joy, my brothers, when you face tribulation. Okay.
True.
And
True. So,
yes.
so now you've finished your class 7.
I finished class 7. I went now to, when actually in 1985, that's when now the 844 system came. And so we were the pioneers of the same.
Wow.
Yes, I did the first one. And by that one being a new system, I did not perform the way I would have liked to perform. And so I went back now instead of going to Form 1, now I went back to in 1986 to finish up now. But that is class 8. Now then nikapita kabisa, I was number 2. The whole class.
No.
I was admitted with an invitation letter from Gyakaja High School.
Gyakanja.
Gyakaja High School. It's
Gyakaja High
actually in the periphery of Nyeri town. It's on your way to Othaya. Yes, Gyakaja High School is still there. Now, by that time, it was a district day school. But I was called in the boarding stream. Yeah, my dad has gotten some boom from coffee. So I said, mtoto wangu amepita hivi, hawezi enda kwa day school. I'm not trying to demean the people who attended the day school.
Yeah.
Because actually even my brothers did the same. Even my sister did the same. And I think it was a blessing because actually, in all those who learned, actually, I was the first one to go to a boarding school. So I boarded. And I remember by that time, with the boom, coffee boom, my dad paid everything. I got a new shoe from Bata by that time.
Butter was there.
Exactly.
Butter existed.
Exactly.
Okay.
There was a branch of Rivertex in Nyeri. So here hapa chukua the towel that will fit you.
Where?
Yes.
That was exciting. I can imagine.
It was really exciting. So I got everything.
So now this time you faced admission because uliingia high school, uliingia primary school. Kivivi tu, now you've been admitted. New things, new shoes, new uniform, new towel. That sounds exciting. I can imagine at that time.
So I went.
You joined now Form 1.
I joined Form 1. I remember even my admission number was 2794.
2794.
2794 was my admission number. And so I was taken to Form 1. It had 5 streams, which used to be so competitive.
Ulilia? Ukiadmitiwa,
No,
ile homesick, you don't want to leave.
But I think my mind had already grown that, preparation. Now, going to a Form 1 was a promotion.
Okay. Okay.
Hakuna kuchota maji.
Okay.
Hakuna kukamua.
Hakuna kuchota. Oh, because now, let me ask.
Yes.
Your older siblings wameshaingia high school.
Yes.
Were they in boarding or they were in day?
They were in day school.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
You were the first one in your family to attend boarding school?
Yes.
So ulikuwa excited juu unawachia kazi kwa nyumba?
Exactly.
Nyinyi endeni mkachote maji.
In fact, from when I entered there, I would say God saved me for hard work ya nyumbani. Because actually, you just go the whole term you're in school, unless when you're having possible recess. Holiday,
the midterms. Okay.
They also used to be, a break a day, whereby you could get a day off.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yes.
I envy that.
Get the whole school, according to the discretion of the principal. You could call actually the whole, now the assembly, and you're told today, prepare yourself. You are going out. Then by 5.
Everyone should be in, and everyone did that.
Exactly. In fact, it could be good because now by that time is when now you could run home, crisscrossing a certain place. It was, in fact, from our place, it was about 15 kilometers. Now from where they almost 20.
That's a long distance.
I could walk.
Walking?
Yeah, to save 5 bob. In fact, 10 bob. Because actually I could pay 5 bob now from school to town, Nyeri. Then 5 bob from that to our place. Then, so saving 10 bob was not a job because the bread used to cost a shilling.
Yeah, I can imagine with 10 shillings uko na mkate.
Exactly. In fact, the bread used to cost a shilling and 70 cents.
One bread?
Exactly.
A whole loaf.
What happened? Same mkate ni
70
ama ni 70.
Yeah,
the 400 grams is 70 bob. What?
Yes.
1 bob?
Yes.
So now
Yes.
budget, ukisave your 10 bob, budget yako ilikuwa
ukiwa na
inakaa.
10
Join
bob,
sauce.
So ukiwa na 10 bob.
Yes.
Hey.
Then
10 bob umelisha familia mzima, boss.
yes. Then you could go back, and then you're given 10 bob more or 20 bob.
By your parents.
So 10 bob
As
is
pocket money.
Exactly.
Alafu
10 bob is pocket money. 10 bob is school. It's fair.
Alafu zilikuwa zile notes.
Exactly.
Za
Blue.
colors, blues, nini.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Blue 20 bob. Blue ilikuwa
Blue
20
20
bob.
bob. 10 bob used to be
Nilikuwa hizo.
the
I
green
wouldn't
one.
know. I wouldn't
You
know.
wouldn't know.
I
You wouldn't know.
10 bob used to be the green one. I can see you have the gist of how they used to be.
This one is an old story.
My grandfather used to have a shop
Yes.
in Murang'a. When alikuwa amejenga nyumba yake
Yes.
ni mansion, alafu the ground floor it's a shop.
Oh, all right.
So kwa hiyo shop mimi kwa tunataka sema twende ushago kwa babu. So
Yes.
anytime tuko ushago hiyo duka ni mimi niko hapo. So he used to interact with hizo
Those manoti.
hizo note hizo.
I wish someone kept them ndo nizione. I think I've seen them once. Hizo notes za kitambo. And it's interesting.
There are people actually who have them as archive, which is very good, like an album. You just go to somebody's home and then you get some hanging them there.
I think that's beautiful.
And they used to talk about, about Kenya, because actually the green note, which is 10 bob, no, the 5 bob, which used to be brown, used to have a lady who is harvesting coffee or something. The 10 bob also used to speak about Kenya. Then it had the Mount Kenya and everything. The 20 bob, like that.
So there's the history of all those coins and all the currencies that have been there.
Exactly.
kutoka kitambo.
Yes.
Interesting. I wish naweza zipata mahali. It will be really nice to know the history of where currency ya Kenya ilianzia.
Exactly.
So ulikuwa unapatiwa pocket money ya how much?
10 bob. I remember there was a time I was taken to school and my
Hata
dad
hajafikiria.
Hata hajafikiria
Yes.
10 bob.
bob.
used to be
No, wait, that one is at the beginning of the school term ama hiyo siku moja ukienda home unapatiwa 10 bob.
at the beginning of the school term.
Pocket money ya
Unajipanga.
term mzima ni 10 bob.
And you know, I forgot that money. I saved that money for about, in fact, after taking one bread, that used to be enough for me. But now, it used to help me because at a certain level in school, in Form 2, I became a prefect.
Again. This is
Yes.
leadership following you everywhere.
Exactly.
Kutoka class 3 uli manage kuwa prefect until you finished?
I went up to standard 4. I dropped being a prefect by that time. So I went for standard 5. Standard 6, I was made prefect again.
Class prefect.
Exactly. I was, standard 7, I dropped it because of I needed to concentrate even more.
Yeah.
Then about standard 8, I was made prefect by force by the class teacher.
Yeah, but like
Yes.
you're a good
Thank
student.
you,
You're a
thank
good
you, thank you.
student.
I'm humbled.
Sometimes
Very
they do recognize leadership skills,
Thank
and
you.
it's important because now I think much later they will come to see that leadership yako ilianza kitambo because you've
you.
grown up to become a leader.
humbled.
You've been in
Alikuwa
the leadership
prefect
position.
Class 3.
Yes.
Class 3.
Class 3.
And you're a tiny boy.
Yeah,
That's beautiful. I think
back
inakwanga poa
1979.
sana when
Yeah.
teachers recognize a special skill or a talent in a student and they try to nurture it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
So you've been a prefect now at class 8 and then now Form 1 umeingia bado umefanya prefect.
So for mom, I did not become a prefect, and
Oh.
life was a little bit hard
Okay.
because there you had to clean up the pavement, you had to clean the bathroom.
Form 1, umono, were you bullied? Was there bullying at the time?
Of course, it used to be there.
So examples of things that you were made to do by the Form 4s?
The usual things which my brothers had prepared me for.
You had
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah, my
Uli-
brother had prepared because apparently, just by default or by design, I don't know. Our second born brother is the one who went there. Back 19, yeah.
In the same school?
In the
you
Kanja
said
school, is the one who
yeah,
opened.
Kanja.
Then the one who followed him, and the one who followed that one, then me. So in the same school we went for.
Wow.
And after me, the boy who follows me came to the same school.
So
And we're
5
being admitted.
siblings in the
Yes.
same school.
Yes, I don't. That's why I'm saying I don't know by design or.
That's interesting.
Yes.
That's very interesting.
So when I went there, I actually it was a little bit hard by that time. Bullying was there. Of course, when you come, you are welcome that you are the one who is going to correct now the trimmings of the 3 branches. Whenever it needs some cleaning from once, you to be allocated
have
more
to.
duties.
Yeah.
Because they had retro to do. As far
Yeah,
as studies were concerned.
that's what they say.
Yes.
Form 1 introduction, so you don't need a lot of time on books and whatever.
Exactly. So we went. Year 1 was very good. I remember I also became number 3. And now
5 streams, out of 5 streams or in your class?
out of the streams, I was number 5.
You're a
Thank
smart
you.
guy. You're
Thank
a smart
you.
guy.
And I went the report home and they were happy. They pulled book. And now from that same, like that is the first term. Now from term 2, started becoming a charity because of school fees. The boom imeisha.
Yeah,
And I
coffee.
remember now entering term 2, I was kicked out of school because of lack of school fees. And almost the whole term, I used to go and beg for notes. If you see my figure, this one is deformed because writing a lot, because I could write all the notes, borrow, like that.
Applying for loans. Ama?
No, notes. The notes for all the subjects, and we used to do.
Oh,
10
notes. Oh,
Yeah.
mimi nasikia note nafikiria
No.
note za
subjects.
pesa.
The notes. The notes.
Okay.
The learning notes. So I could actually write all of them because, like for me, I understand better when I'm writing.
Yeah.
I could internalize and understand. So
So
not
you have
through
to
the-
write
Yeah, it
before you
affected
go.
me so much.
Wow.
In fact, I did not even do the exam the second term. And in Form 3, in term 3, he paid a little bit of my school fees. I went a little bit, but not free.
How was your performance affected in term 2?
It was greatly affected.
I can
affected.
imagine.
Even in term 3, it was greatly affected. And now, is when now I went to Form 2, and my brother had already started working. He was working in the ministry.
You're the
of Leicester.
oldest
Yeah, exactly.
brother, yeah.
So he paid a little bit of my school fees.
That's
I
nice.
went. But to cut the long story short, my life in high school, in school, actually, I learned for 2.5 years. If you try now to bring all the days together.
Oh, hizo time so
In and out of
umefukuziwa
school,
school
due to
fees
school
and all of
fees.
that. Okay.
I remember I was a little bit cheeky, but I told every time I used to do that, I used to tell my parent, my dad. I had actually, there was a time I was kicked out of school. I was in Form 3 by that time. And by that time, it was coming to realization. I just have 1 year left. And we were kicked out of school. And I went and said, no, I'm not going home. So I went and drafted a letter to the headmaster. Yes, I asked for forgiveness for this. I wrote a letter like it's my dad who has written and said, allow my son to be in school. I'll clear the school fees. And I signed down there.
That's cheeky. That's very
Then
cheeky.
I took it to the headmaster who used to honor that. And I bought an envelope. Actually, it was costly because now envelopes used to cost 20 cents. But it was too much for me. Remember, those are 12 particles. I sacrificed,
Yeah,
I sealed it
kwa
very
akili.
Exactly.
10 bob.
So, and I had 10 bob. So now I have reduced it by
20 cents.
Yes. So I took it to the headmaster, was Mr. Mutahi. Thank you very much. May you rest in peace. He rested and received it. He looked at it and said, well, go to class. So
He did not suspect anything.
he did not suspect anything. And of course, he couldn't. But I made sure when I went home, I told my dad. That's what I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you face
And-
punishment?
No, I was ready for any punishment.
Okay.
But fortunately, my dad saw the zeal I had for education. He started saying, why did you vote my whatever? He laughed.
Yeah.
I said, why? He did not even ask why you did that. He knew I did not have school fees.
Yeah.
He knew that that's the only thing I could do.
Yeah.
But I secured myself actually to learn for almost until the end of the term.
Yeah, I
For
can
sure.
imagine. I can imagine. That's very important.
Yes.
Again, ulikuwa imagine going back home. You
Yes.
didn't know how long you would have stayed outside of school again, and it's your
Of course,
final
yes.
year.
Yes, and also used to be tiresome. Now writing, scribbling the notes again, it used to be a problem. So I did that, and I learned. In fact, the 4th year, I said I will not go home. Now I used to go and tell my dad, if there's no school fees, you take yourself there.
Unitetee.
Unitetee.
Ujitetee wewe, hata si
Exactly.
mimi, ni wewe
Yeah,
ujitetee juu
ujitetee.
ni wewe unalipa school
In
fees.
fact, ilikuwa kunitetea to some extent. It had gone that sio dad anajitetea, now it's me. Because it's me who want actually
Let
education.
this boy study.
And when actually you hear people talking of actually the zeal. Na unajua husomi na steamer, there was no steamer. There used to be the small hurricane that used to be, the lamp.
At home or in school?
No, in school there used to be.
Oh,
But when you go to
electricity.
study during the holidays, that's what you're doing.
Kale katao.
Kale kata, unahakisha.
The
It
week.
had a lot of suit.
Yeah.
I remember it almost took me to gave me a problem because that suit in Form 4 concentrated in my lungs. Because unaiweka hapa ili uone, then you're breathing the stuff directly to your lungs. And now, I started having chest complications.
Pole.
And when I completed actually the Form 4, that holiday, I was brought now to hospital because it was getting quite intense. And then I was brought to Kenyatta Hospital. And after tests and everything, I came to a time that after tests and everything, they could not understand why the blood was coming now from my
Lungs.
Yeah, exactly. And they thought it's a clot of blood. I was booked actually for heart surgery.
This is in your final year?
No, after now I completed before I joined.
Oh, before joining university? College.
I'll get there.
Okay.
But I was booked actually for heart surgery.
Wow.
Yes. But lucky enough, by God's design, it did not happen.
Yeah.
And it's just somebody who noticed this is no blood clot.
Yeah.
The way it is, there seems to be some petroleum kind of, such after intense kind of, but it had
Test.
intensely affected my,
Your lungs.
that was basically my high school life.
Wow.
Yes. But actually teachers love me. I joined the scouting, movement, which actually could take me to several trips.
Funkies.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Camp
so
of competence.
ulienda Nyeri kwa nini ya
Kule kwa
Baden-Powell?
Baden
Exactly,
Powell.
Baden-Powell,
I think
that's
everyone
every
in high
year.
school has gone through, apart
Yeah.
from Tracy,
Yes.
has been to Baden Powell.
We have certificates,
graves
we have
or whatever.
tumeenda
Yes.
Nyeri kwa Baden-Powell.
But that just used to be next to the school. So sometimes
There was no
walk.
excitement.
Yes. In fact, the one that used to be more exciting, that we used to come at Lowerland Camp. You know Lowerland Camp, if you've been a scout, but just near Polo Club. There's a place called Lowerland Camp, whereby it has a good history of scouting.
Okay.
Yes. Lowerland Camp in, you know Showground Road. Lowerland Camp borders Showground. Just slightly below Showground, Lowerland Camp is there.
That's why you used to go
Yes,
for
yeah.
somewhat training as a scout.
Exactly.
Ah, nice.
Phases and like that. But that's how my high school life was.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
Hiyo bado niko stuck kwa naona hapo kwa school fees venye alikuwa anajiandikia. Sasa sisi tukiwa high school time ya kufukuzwa, sasa mimi personally my dad used to pay ama anaongea na principal, so ati watu wanafukuzwa kuhepa naambiwa wewe babako ameongea na
Toka kwa line.
toka kwa
And like,
line
can
rudi
you-
class.
Because
Yes.
it's different. Wewe ulikuwa una feel some type of way because you didn't know when school fees itapatikana, so how long
Yeah.
you'll be at home. But
Exactly.
remember in our days kufukuziwa school fees ilikuwa bash.
Sijawahi enda home juu ya fees.
Sure?
People
Hey.
used to celebrate.
Let me tell you see the bank slips za na feel kanda chomea watu waki
Choma.
No, just-
Choma.
the bank slips sasa hizo za kulipa fees.
Yes.
Ulikuwa unakuja nayo shule lakini upeani
Unaficha.
unaficha.
Why would you
Then we
do
used to
that
go to
though?
town. I didn't used to go to town. Mimi yangu hata sikuwa naleta, ilikuwa naletwa na mzazi. So my classmates used to go to town.
Yes.
Unairenew tu na 200 bob.
Or inaleta the current date.
Inaleta sasa the current date ndio yenye ukirudi nayo shule ionyeshe
Isionekane
you know,
ililipwa.
nilikuwa nasomea town upper
Yes.
hill.
Yes.
So kufukuzwa na uko town PS kwanza. So PS the whole day alafu jioni una renew hiyo slip.
Yes.
Narudi nayo shule unapeana the next day ndio isionekane tu ulikuwa na do umelipa leo
Yes.
get
I understand. Juu
Yeah.
ni kama
Wow.
ililipwa like a month.
ndio ionekane ni kama ili lipwa pesa imepatikana maybe
Leo.
si ati ni ulikuwa nayo umeficha.
Yes.
So
That is so cheeky. Mimi nakumbuka I used to dread siku za watu kufukuzwa because it was a particular day.
Yes.
Mnaambiwa Saturday morning kuna watu ama zinaletwa Friday evening hizo watu wako na balances.
Yes.
I used to pray, nilikuwa naenda nyuma ninaomba, I'm like God, I hope siko kwa hii list. I hope sitapati. I used to dread. I used to
you
dread
wanted to go home
kujua.
ama kukaa shule.
Nilikuwa na dread kwenda home.
Oh.
Mimi sikuwa
Mimi-
napenda kwenda home.
Maybe
Not because hakuna school fees, but I just didn't like it. I didn't
si
like
tulikuwa
it.
tunaenda home. Si unajua fees imelipwa.
There's
So,
no-
wasi wanaenda
hata
tu
si kuna
round it
mademo
out.
walikuwa wanafanya hivyo and it's different.
Yes.
It's
Let me
I
tell
used to
you,
dread.
nilisomea hapa hili na hapa hili kuna bank
Umesema hivyo twice.
shule inaitwa Citibank. Niko so proud.
Umesema
Inaitwa
hivyo twice.
Citibank. When I joined school my mother opened an account.
Ah,
Kwa hiyo Citibank ndio fees ikuwa inalipiwa hapo.
hapo.
Hakuna
You see,
isiwahi kanyaga nyumbani.
that is interesting.
Yeah.
That is interesting.